What up, my freaks? Ruinous and Psych here with part 35 of my Total Warhammer II modded Durthu campaign. Now, I know it's been a while. I wanted to get this episode out a few days ago, but upon recording it, I went to it to edit it and realized that I had accidentally muted myself so that the entire episode was basically worthless. Now, I didn't want to refight the battles. Well, one specific battle I didn't want to refight because I felt like it would be cheating. So I have decided to sort of stitch this episode together. Obviously, that would mean that it entails quite a bit more editing work, so that's why the delay, if anybody's wondering. Now, as we saw last time, the campaign is basically over in the sense that we could end it at any time. Durthu can fight the final battle at any moment, and I do expect that there will be maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 more episodes remaining here. Now, we do have a couple personal goals to achieve that we want to do before hitting up that final battle and winning the ultimate victory for the Wood Elves. The first goal is for the Sword of Cain to be completed so that Durthu can draw it and have it at the final battle. We would like to see him buffed up to the max there. I think that would be nice. And in addition to that, not so much that we get anything out of it, but I do want Lothern to be completely ours. And at the very least, since the Bretonnians are here also, I want the High Elves destroyed. I mean, who could blame me, right? Who could blame me? Their existence is kind of irksome, and we are going to destroy them, and then we will be able to move towards the final battle. So, in light of that, this very episode is when we are going to attack them. So we are going to move Daith up here, and we are going to attack these guys outside of the walls. Why outside of the walls? There's no particular reason. It's just that mostly I just want them to be, to be a good battle. We could attack Lothern straight up like this. The thing I don't like about that is Lothern is the same exact map as all the other cities, really. I mean, it's very slightly different, I think, but it's a boring fight. It's just a plain boring fight, and the AI is not very good at defending walls. What we would just end up doing is taking our 5 dragons, clearing the entirety of the walls, and then slowly moving up the rest of our forces. I feel like we would get a much more interesting battle fighting outside, and that's what we will do. So, just before I make the cut to the actual battle, because I don't want to be wasting time, let's go to... Oh, wait, we need to declare war, of course. Let's see. In the original muted episode, I believe I declared war by talking to the Drowned, because I know they're at war with Lothern, so we will ask to join war against Lothern. There we go. Hi, yes. Alrighty. And that's as simple as that. Strasleath, you are going to go in here in a second. Of course, Daith will be in March stance, so that vigor is really going to hurt the Eternal Wardens because they are going to try to hold the line. It's going to be a lot more difficult to hold the line when they have severe vigor debuffs, and of course our dragons are also going to be fairly debuffed by that, but I suppose that would make it for a more interesting battle, and interesting battles are what we're here to see. So, let's get to it, shall we? Yep. There we are, and there we are. Let's, Actually, the auto-resolve is fairly in our favor. I suppose we'll see, shall we? I suppose we'll see. Let's do it. Ah, damn it, I can't believe I muted myself. That was so stupid of me. Now I'm gonna have to put another lot of work to edit this particular episode. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, now we have this pretty epic battle happening here. Epic because we have basically 2 full stacks against 2 full stacks. One of our stacks is obviously damaged due to the March stance that it's in, so a lot of those units aren't going to be as effective, and it is interesting because the units in that particular stack are the line holders, not the damage dealers, with the exception of the dragons, and the enemy has a lot of elite units. It's got 2 not forest dragons, moon dragons. It's got a bunch of swords masters of Hoeth and a bunch of dragon princes and some phoenix guard, all the good stuff that the high elves think is good. Alright, let's speed this up while we moving along here. While we moving along, we do start up in this little desert area, and I suppose they are going to defend over here. There we go, there we go. Moving everybody together. Obviously, it's a fair amount of setup that we have in this particular battle, so it's gonna take a second. Now, the thing I decided to do here, with regards to setup, is basically set up a main line right here, made up out of the Treekin, the ones that are really hard to kill, in addition to all the Eternal Wardens and the Wildwood Rangers in the back secondary line. Over here, we have the Dragons and the Air Force as a separate thing, and then we have two flanking forces made up of the Azurai War Dancers and the Azurai Spears, led by a Shadow Dancer each. So these are two separate units, and they will be going around trying to attack these guys from the sides while these guys attack. The enemy, of course, basically just set up a straight line. Not really any finesse to what the AI does, so that's pretty normal. There we go. Obviously, we are going to get pelted by the enemy range attacks from a distance. They have artillery and a lot of range units. We obviously have none, so there is that. We are going to have to take some casualties. Let's see, we do have a unit of Dragon Princes charging over here, and we will allow it to hit us and countercharge it with our own units. Obviously, we don't really care about the damage done to the Eternal Wardens, but the other units coming in should be able to do decent amounts of damage. Plus, we do have these Winterheart Guards, and that's a lot of anti-large, which should be able to do decent damage to Dragon Princes. I immediately get a cast off onto the unit that got charged to replenish that HP. Obviously, we don't really care about the minus 50% speed that Earthblood causes. And there we go, we even sent in the Wildwood Rangers. The Glaives should be able to do decent amounts of damage to these scum. There we go, huh? It's actually kind of similar coloring on the Dragon Princes compared to the elite Wildwood Rangers, or the Regiment of Renown Wildwood Rangers. So there we go. Hopefully you guys can deal with these guys fairly decently. They do have these two Moon Dragons, or the Princess on the Moon Dragon and the Moon Dragon. They are going to help these guys out quite quickly. Alright, let's see what's happening over here. Obviously, we are still taking a lot of damage due to the enemy range fire as we move up, and this is just their Reaper Bolt Throwers. These guys, the Lothern Sea Guard, that are in a fair amount of units over here, will start doing a lot more damage as well as we slowly move in. Hopefully, the Treekin can take a lot of those hits, but, you know, I wouldn't hold my breath. I would not hold my breath. These guys are coming up. The Shadow Dancers and the Azurai War Spears and War Dancers coming up over here. I did send the Dragons to basically bum rush this one dragon. There we go. Oh, he's going to breathe right in the faces of these Forest Dragons, but the Moon Dragon will get mobbed, even though these Forest Dragons are inferior to the Moon Dragon in terms of one-on-one engagement, especially when in terms of the fact that their vigor is damaged. Oh, wow, that looks real painful. Who's inferior now? There we go. There we go. So you guys are getting kind of... Oh, there we go. You can actually move alongside there. Oh, I really like the way the Forest Dragons look, though. I think they're a lot more interesting looking than the Moon Dragons and the Sun Dragons, etc. These ones, I believe I did send away over here to breathe on the enemy Lothern Sea Guard over here, because they are starting to pelt our dragons with their range fire. And let's see, the main line is still not reached the enemy, unfortunately. We are still trying to go up here. Our Eternal Guard can obviously absorb a decent amount of the range fire as well. These trees are basically invincible in terms of taking damage to range, but it's still kind of annoying. It's still kind of annoying. We are taking a little bit of damage. The Branch Wraith is actually taking surprising amounts of damage there, and our main line is slowly but surely getting ready to engage with the enemy. There we go. The dragons are mobbing this dragon and breathing on the enemy. This breath seems to have missed a little bit, actually. I think that actually occurred because these guys are sort of at the edge here, so the breath... didn't quite work out. This one, though, breathing on this other unit, might be a little bit more effective. Let's find out, shall we? And there we go, there we go. Yeah, you explode, you filthy, filthy Sea Guard. Alright, so that went pretty well. Half HP from that one breath. That's a little bit better. That is a little bit better. And look how much damage this one Moon Dragon has been able to do to the first Forest Dragon that attacked it. It's almost... It's actually on par with the damage that it's been dealt with itself, considering the fact that it's 3-on-1. That's pretty impressive, even disregarding the fact that these guys' vigor is damaged. So, let's take a look back at the main line here. Still running uphill. Too bad we don't really have forest. I suppose fighting in this desert area would be the worst type of area for Wood Elves. I imagine they don't like the desert very much. Ah, there we go. These guys to finally engage. The dragons have not, at least the dragon princes on this side have been kind of wrecked, and these are what, spearmen? Looks like regular spearmen. Yeah. There we go. Let's take a look at what's going on here. We do heal ourselves up and get a nice penumbral pendulum into the enemy. That was, I believe... Oh, wow. So it only hit these guys. For some reason, it didn't go off on this side, which is a little bit odd. I did try to hit all of these guys, but disappointing. The regular spearmen obviously don't want to fight this and basically immediately rout, but the Swordsmasters of Hoeth are going to stay in here for quite a while longer. The dragon seems to have wanted to go, or that's the princess on the dragon, seems to have wanted to help us. I believe she wanted to attack our Spell Singer over here, but I did move these guys to support, and the dragon seems to have fought better of it. These guys are still fighting over here. The dragon princes are trying to get away, I believe, to move through these Illyrian Reaver archers, but these units are obviously not really concerning when in melee. We did move up a tree man over here, but mostly because of the dragons are going to land. This dragon looks to be about to land right now, and here they both come, I think. There we go. So the tree man is going to be needed to hold the line here. These guys do move away. I didn't want them to get too much damage while the dragons land, and I will send them back in a few seconds. Now, let's see. Has the main line reached the enemy? Indeed, they basically almost have. These guys have sort of reached it. Treekin supporting all of those Wildwood Rangers and Eternal Wardens over here. These guys are going to be holding the line for quite a while. Not particularly interesting with regards to this, but this should be a lot more interesting. The Azurai War Dancers and the Shadow Dancers have all reached the line, and they will be fighting against elite units like the Phoenix Guard, which is always fun to see, because these are completely opposite units. The relatively low armored War Dancers that have the... against the Phoenix Guard. I actually would be interested to see these units fight those units one-on-one, to see who would be more effective. I don't know whether the War Dancers can pierce the kind of armor that the Phoenix Guard would be bringing, but of course, not fighting in the woods would be a lot more disadvantageous. Honestly, for Azurai to be fighting on par with martial prowess, I think they would have to be in the woods for it to be even, but it is what it is. We do have the Shadow Dancer here leading this fight, of course, so that would be a considerable threat to the Phoenix Guard as well. Speed this back up. Let's see how we do here. Let's see how we do. Oh, there are 2 units of Phoenix Guard here. They are really not taking too much damage. Actually, this one's actually getting beat up fairly nicely. The Shadow Dancers are fine here. Seems about even. Seems about even. This isn't actually 2 Shadow Dancers, obviously. One of them is a clone. I did decide to send one of the dragons to help out with this nonsense, of course. And we do have the other Azurai now chasing down the archers, which shouldn't be a problem, even though they are getting pelted by arrows and they don't really have any kind of defense against it. They should make really quick work of the poor, pathetic ranged units there. We do have the dragon and the Glade Lord Daith himself attacking these dragon princes over here. And despite the fact that Dragon Princes are pretty decent in that kind of lineup, they will get wrecked. And let's see, we are healing this part. I don't remember why. Did something happen here? Oh, this one particular unit of Winter Hard Guards. Obviously, them being a low-tier unit, despite them being a Regiment of Renown, does get them to take a lot of damage nearly every single battle. But hey, that's alright. As long as they live and hold the line as they're meant to, it's not really a big deal. We have Phoenixes and Dragons fighting over here, and there we go. That is a Shadow Dancer Whirling Blade, or whatever the hell it's called. Snitch-like ability. Alrighty, ooh, did the Phoenix really attack the War Spears? Probably a bad idea on the Phoenix part, because these are spears after all. There we go. And let's see, I always love to see the towering treekin and / tree men attacking the smaller units. It's always fun. And these are Swordsmasters of Hoeth. They seem to have gone in to try to defend their filthy artillery. but it's not going to help them too much. They're not going to have a good time against Strasleith himself, I believe, leading this army. We do have these guys, Wildwood Wardens, moving up to flank us, but a lot of the enemy army seems to be routing already. Now, they did do a fairly decent amount of damage, especially to the Eternal Wardens. All the line holders, basically, took a lot of damage, especially on this particular side. I did be careful to ensure that nobody died here, but this flank seems to have taken the most damage by far. This flank, much more elite, and the units here, specifically the War Dancers, were not damaged, or their vigor wasn't damaged by the March stance, so they did pretty well beating the Phoenix Guard along with the Dragon support. And I believe that's the entire army. I believe they all rout at this point. So it did pretty well. I feel like if we had full vigor on our secondary army, we would not have taken even this amount of casualties. But still a tougher battle than we've had in a while, I think. I think that since we've destroyed most of our enemies fairly early, we haven't really had a challenging battle, and this was about as challenging as it's likely to get, I think, with this many hurt units. I mean, it was very, very close to losing a unit, I suppose. I wouldn't have liked to have had to stand here and resurrect any units, but it is what it is. We did have both Regrowth and Earthblood to heal up, and I think I'm going to speed up through the rest of this. There's really no need to... there is really no need to watch it. I do want to destroy as many enemy units as possible, because of course they are going to go back into the garrison of Lothern, and that's going to be kind of an annoyance, so let's get going. Go, 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 please. Alrighty, at least these two armies got to fight together. It's not, it's honestly not very often that the Wood Elf armies fight together. It is kind of interesting to see that, because when playing as a lot of other factions, you do often use armies together, but the Wood Elves do seem to have a lot more solitary armies, especially since we have so much land and we can't defend it, and our armies are limited, and our garrisons are terrible. It's really not very often that this happens. One Beastmen fight, but other than that, not really. Alrighty, here is that cut. One of the benefits of me having done this cut here right after this fight was that every single one of these damn characters leveled up, and that was a lot of point assigning. 8 heroes at once, and plus I was able to build all the buildings and all that stuff, so I don't think anybody's going to miss all that boring stuff, and now we're basically ready to end the turn, so I suppose that worked out fairly well. Well, for you guys anyway, not for me having to do all this extra editing, but it is what it is. What it is. That'll learn me for muting myself like an idiot. So let's end the turn, let's see if anything interesting happens, and I suppose we have to attack Angariel and stuff next. Now, what's all this? Tyrion and somebody else. Tyrion's gonna move into Tordranel. Oh, well, you just... Whoa! Everybody's coming after Durthu, it seems. Well, then. Durthu's gonna have himself a grand old time up there. Let's see what we have over here. Let's see what we have. Last Defenders, military alliance with Reikland, don't really care about that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to send... we're going to send the Daith, the Avatar of Vol, up this way to grab Vol's Anvil, as is only appropriate. Strasleith doesn't really care, because he could take any of this. I guess we'll try for Angariel, although we might need to have 2 armies for this, I'm not entirely sure. Depends on how powerful the units in the non-garrison are in this particular army. Obviously, if it's a bunch of elite units, we won't be able to do much about that, but if it is weak units, then we'll send both, or we... What the hell? Whoa, 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 what's happening here? Oh, okay, no, we will need both armies for this. That's a lot of armies. Ha! Alright, Ambusher just... Okay, well... defeat the Falling Lord. Aha, look who's appeared. Orion, you're coming down here. You're going to need to deal with this. That's why we kept you around, buddy. Cough, cough. Only reason we kept you around. Alright, so you're there, and I don't believe anybody else needs to do anything around these parts. Now, you, Isilal. I know you conquered all of Norska, but let's start sending you to Ulthuan. I guess you're done here. And let's see. Barrels of Rock. Trunk of Maps, that really gives us nothing. That really gives us nothing. You guys are good where you are. You can move here if you want. Siggy is still out there. Alright. Let's get back to conquering Ulthuan, shall we? None of the rest of this is really that pertinent, although we should probably build some stuff. Let's start building these things everywhere. Sacrificial grounds, missile damage, weapon strength, everywhere, please. Just keep building those up, and a few of these as well. And let's see, Western Border Princes, you can have an upgrade, and Forest of Arden, you can have another one of these sacrificial grounds. Good. I mean, we have plenty of high elves that we should be sacrificing. Tory Vrest, I didn't even see this here. Let's upgrade you as well. Now, who do we send and where do we send? Whoa, what is this?
My visions predict failure.
You're going to try to land in the Shrine of Cain. No, Durthu, buddy. Buddy. Ah, man. We could have killed Tyrion right now. But then the Shrine of Cain will fall. Damn it. Damn you, Dark Elves. I mean, I suppose we could hope that they go for this guy instead, but I'm not willing to risk the Shrine of Cain. 7 turns. Durthu needs that sword, so you're going back here. Man, that's disappointing. That is really disappointing. It's not even a strong army, it's just that this stupid place can't defend itself. I wish that at least the special buildings would have some nicer garrison, but look at this. The Shrine of Cain has garbage garrisons. Although I suppose the Shrine is one of those places where it might actually make some decent amount of sense not to have a huge garrison, because maybe they'd be corrupted by their proximity to the sword. I don't know. Alrighty. I suppose we fight this army again. I mean, honestly, it'll just be the same battle that we just fought, but weaker, because I take it this army is damaged now. Although there is another garrison to think about, I suppose. Let's do this thing. Yet another one of these battles. Let's go. And there we are. And that'll be 3 armies. Alright, well, I guess we can make this into another cinematic battle. The other one lasted not long enough, so let's make this one last, shall we? And go. Wink. Alrighty, time for round 2, except this time we won't be in march stance, or at least half our army won't. So, let's see what we're looking at here. Now, a few of these units are damaged because this was the army that got wrecked before, but what do we have here? I feel like they have a lot more range firepower than they did last time. I'm seeing a lot of Lothran Seaguard and regular archers over here. There's 2 units of Seaguard here, another 2, and another 3, and a couple of Phoenixes. Oh, damn, I did not realize that there was this much range firepower over here. Another unit of High Elven archers, and I believe they have 2 units of Reaper Bolt Throwers, or not Reaper Bolt Throwers, Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. Alright, well, let's see how that works out. On the bright side, range firepower, once we engage in melee, is not going to be able to do much to our very powerful Loek units. On the other hand, they will be able to whittle down them a little bit better than before, possibly. I suppose we're going to find out. Now, obviously, we are going to send our aerial units, our dragons, led by Dave himself, to fight their air units up on top of this hill, moving up. I wonder if you could fly all the way up here. I didn't try. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't try. Oh, well, you just flew up pretty darn high. You could clearly fly over this rock. I suppose that if you could dismount or something, there might be abusable mechanic. Oh, wow, damn, Dave, you got really hurt from that one hit from that Phoenix. I suppose Dave isn't really leveled up very high, so it's not all that surprising, but there we go. Dragons versus Phoenixes. I'm pretty sure dragons do have the advantage here. Plus, oh, right, Dave is still not on a dragon himself. He is still on that... He is still on that Great Eagle. I feel like he should have enough points by now, or maybe he doesn't, or maybe I forgot. Alright, here we go. Now we are lining up with our main line. The trees are or the tree men rather, are very, very slowly approaching while our Eternal Wardens are making their line over here. Everybody's almost ready. On the other side over here, we do have our, our Loek units. These guys are much faster, and they are already ready. And then finally, over here somewhere... Can't really tell where... Ah, they're over here. Damn, it was hard to make out the units here. And then these are all of our Aserai War Dancers and spears and such. So they are going to be flanking around to once again get into those ranged units while the line holders hold the line. There we go. Let's speed it back up. How are the dragons doing over here? One of the phoenixes, I believe, routed and then came back. It seems like the other one's doing the same. No, it's still... It's almost routed. I believe this one's just going to fly off the field. Oh, this one's coming back. Alright, there were 3 phoenixes. These guys certainly like their phoenixes. Alright, and there we go. Our main army is ready for round 2. They are moving in now. Once again, fighting in one of these desert-type areas instead of one of those... forest areas, which would make our units a lot more powerful. And similar to last time, this really is 2.0. Once again, the left flank is where a Dragon Prince's unit charges in, and the exact same units are basically going to deal with it. Now, this is probably going to hurt. You guys have your shields up. It won't protect you from the charge of the Dragon Princes. There we go. Hey, it's still Elves dying. I know it's our team, but it's still Elves dying. There we go, and let's see how much damage they took. Oh, wow, that single charge, basically 50% of the HP of this unit, and 11 units died. Damn, Dragon Princes, not bad. Considering the fact that these Eternal Wardens are tier 5, I believe, unit? I want to say tier 5. They seem a little bit underpowered. In fact, they seem really underpowered. Like, compared to something like Phoenix Guard or Black Guard of Nagarond, they really aren't up there. Wow. Yeah, they're just dropping way too quick. I don't think any one of those elite halberdier units would drop this quick, and considering these guys have shields, I feel like they should be able to take more damage. Unless I'm wrong about the tier where they're recruited. I suppose that's a possibility as well. Anyway, let's see how the rest of the army is doing. Still not quite there, but approaching very, very near. There is another unit of Dragon Princes over here. I did summon a fake Shadow Dancer over here with the power just to try to distract these Dragon Princes. They do seem to want to ignore said fake Shadow Dancer. That's alright, though, because the Aserai War Dancers and the spears are also going to annihilate these Dragon Princes. Yeah, they do seem to completely ignore the War Dancers. What the hell? Oh well, they're going to get absolutely annihilated. Unlike the Eternal Wardens, the War Dancers are very, very good at this. I believe they're going to absolutely obliterate the Dragon Princes. And of course, the Dragon Princes are better as shock cavalry. They're not melee cavalry just because they have lances. Therefore, they're not supposed to get stuck in like this, even though they're pretty decent at it. I mean, I suppose you could say the same thing about Blood Knights, but Blood Knights can stay in combat for a long, long time, especially with all that regeneration stuff. There we go. Alrighty, you guys seem to be wrecking these guys quite well. Let's see what their HP... Well, it's dropping. It's dropping. The only thing they've damaged is the fake Shadow Dance. Everything else is fine. They are even getting some Frostheart Phoenix support, but... Oh, the Frostheart Phoenix is attacking the fake Shadow Dancer. Yeah. Alright, so the Dragon Princes are dropping. They should not be a problem. The rest of our army is moving in. We do... Oh, we're going to have an actual duel here between our Lord and their Lord, finally. Unless you run away. Don't you run. Don't you run from the tree, man. There we go. Hey, don't you... Oh, okay. The dragon seems to have gotten a little bit upset about that. There we go. I probably should have sent these units away just so that these guys could duel together. Alright, but let's take a look at what's happening over here in terms of the... actual battle. Oh, we do get a nice... What was this called? Something of stone, bombardment of stone, or assault of stone, or something. The scrolls that give that ability are particularly useful. They're not as good as Arden's Apol's Black Horror, but they do a lot of damage. I've seen units completely obliterated by that, so definitely useful. Now we do have enemy Phoenix Guard blocking. Wait, these are Lothern Sea Guard. What the hell am I saying? No, these are Phoenix Guard. Okay, yeah, I saw these guys here, but then I saw the flag, and I was like, wait a second, something doesn't add up. Why are these guys so highly armored and carrying halberds instead of bows and stuff? Alrighty, well, these Eternal Wardens can hold the line. It's not really interesting to see them fight because they don't really do anything. They just kind of stand there and they don't really kill. But that's okay. Alright, on this flank, the dragons did go out to help with the enemy Flamespire Phoenixes and the... is this a prince? I was about to say noble, but whatever. And they did almost kill this one unit of Eternal Wardens. That's fine. That's fine. That's not the interesting bit. The interesting bit will always be to what degree the War Dancers can kill the Lothern Sea Guard. I'm always interested in seeing how quickly they can obliterate these units. I mean, Lothern Sea Guard aren't really adept at dealing with the War Dancers, so they get absolutely wrecked. There we go. Hey, don't you run. Get back here and die, cowards. Now they just got charged by the Wildwood Wardens instead. And these poor units, and a nice pit of shades right into the middle of the enemy army right here. A lot of them just get swallowed up by this cast. A lot of these... I mean, I'm not entirely sure why all of their horse archers are kind of in the middle here, instead of going around the flanks. I mean, obviously it's the AI, but damn, I just realized they had a lot of horse archers in addition to all these range units, so yeah, that's unfortunate for them because that's, what, 4 or 5 units if you count this one, absolutely obliterated by that Pit of Shades, and then these guys are also getting wrecked here. Pretty easy battle. This really helps out with that. These guys are still alive here, but they are shooting at the tree. Can absolute waste of fire there. They're not going to do anything. And oh, we have one Great Eagle chasing another Great Eagle. Oh, and I never noticed how different the colorings were of the Wood Elf Great Eagles, who are completely green. Oh, and their beaks are green too. Oh, or is that just their armor? Hey, you guys should duel. Even though I probably shouldn't be using you to duel, but whatever. Whatever. The enemy is pretty much ready to rout once again, I think. And we got another charge from the Wildwood Wardens and a fireball in there. And it didn't even kill our own units. And this Lothern Sea Guard unit is ready to rout, and I believe so is the rest of their army. There we go. There we go. And you ran away, and we're just about done here. So yeah, 2.0, same version of the same battle, but we now have more power, and our units perform better because they are not running away, so there we go. Just a little bit of cleanup left, and we can proceed with the rest of this. And I believe that's the major powers left in the southern part of Ulthuan. Once these two armies are dealt with, the 3 armies belonging to Tyrion, Alistair, and I think it was just some random lord. I don't think it was a special lord. Are up north near and around Durthu. So we should be able to freely conquer quite a few cities based off of this. I do believe there was another army near and around the White Tower, but we'll be okay. There we are. And there we have it, a very, very similar battle to the fight outside Lothern, where just a couple units got very, very badly beat up. Once again, mostly the line-holding units, the Eternal Wardens and the Winter Heart Guards, but that is what we expect. Once again, relatively weak units. I suppose, I mean, they're in here for flavor. I know that they're not very effective, even in late game. They're just in here for fun. Plus, I feel like they belong in a Vol's army. Obviously, we could have just done a straight-up Eternal Warden, or not Eternal Warden, Weight Watcher stack, or Forest Dragon stack, or whatever the hell we want. It's, meh. It works. It works. I'm happy with it. So, obviously, we won't be able to destroy these Likamoita army because it is outside of the garrison, but I think everything else will fall. I actually don't remember whether I attacked the garrison or the outside forces. I suppose we're about to find out. Kill those captives, and I did indeed attack outside of the garrison. Well, the annoyance about that is we are going to have to fight this again, which means I'm going to have to make yet another cut. Okay, fine, I'll make another cut. Wait. Unless we can auto-resolve this. We might be able to. Honestly, it's probably safer to just auto-resolve with these forces without using the other ones. Let's quick save this, just in case. I hope that this works. Please nobody die. Okay, good. Okay, we took some damage there, but yeah, there's obviously no need to fight that again, because that'll be like the third time we're fighting essentially the same battle. And let's see, we got some bounce spells. You can feel free to attack this. I don't think it's going to end so well for you, even if you do. Of course, we'll have to get Dave back into Lothern so that it doesn't get taken while we're away. What else do we have here? Alright, let's get wine over here. Everybody should reward themselves with wine, and there's a lot of damn points to assign. That's kind of annoying. That is kind of annoying. I was hoping to do something else, but obviously we can't. Alright. I would normally do this between the episodes, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's get you Immortality, and let's get the Forest's Roar for you stress layout. That should even it out nicely. You... Elusive on both of you. Elusive on both of you. That will work there. You can have, let's see, Oak or... yeah, Oak it is. You're already immortal, so that doesn't really matter. You are still 1 point away from that Great Eagle, so there that is. Let's get you the Enfeebling Foe just in case we need it. Even though it's fairly unlikely, it is a decent way to disable a single unit. I don't generally like single target abilities like that, preferring to use... you know what, you should have Earths, but preferring to use multi-target abilities, especially with these late-game fights where there are a lot of enemies at once. Let's see, you. I suppose we're going to be using Earthblood over and over and over again, so you might as well have that, although Awakening the Wood is another spammable ability. So let's take both of those. Alright, so you guys are now good. Let's see, .em. Wait, you don't need to do anything. Istalal is fine. I believe everybody's moved now. Huh, I believe we're good. Oh, we do need to research something. I could have sworn... okay, whatever. Oh, right. I went for the hero, enemy hero non-effectiveness technology instead. Alright. Believe with that we can end this turn. Let's see if you turn back or whether you try to defend poor Elistor. If you do, it's probably not going to end so well for you. I mean, I'm not super keen on trying to hold on to a lot of these territories in the sense that I don't really care whether we lose them or not. As, well, with the exception of Lothern, I suppose. But all the other ones, I mean, it's very much possible that we lose them. Because we can't hold on to them, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, is Luther Harkin gonna die? No, he does seem to be sieging another territory. Has he lost the Awakening? No, he is not, so he's still okay. We should really peace out. You know what? Yeah, peace out with you. Let's peace out with you. I don't want you sailing out of there. Alright, Dreadfleet, I should have probably peaced out with you as well, but considering how weak you are, you might not be able to sail out of there anyway. So probably we'll be fine. I guess we'll find out. Port Elstor should probably be an easy auto-resolve for this army. Your ally has been attacked. Stuff Snatchers. Oh, damn it. Please don't tell me they're in the middle of our territory. We will obviously enter war on side of our ally. Really? These guys just... what the hell? These guys are insane. See, this is the problem with late game. Everybody is in a freaking alliance. That faction just tried to attack one enemy, and they've ended up basically pissing everybody off. Obviously, this is a rogue army, so it's irrelevant, but imagine if this was an actual faction. 5,000 for some waystones, yes please. Easy waystones. And let's see, unassigned skill points. Don't care about that so much. Let's move into Port Elstor for an easy auto-resolve, I think. Yeah, there's no need to fight this. Let's click save it just in case, because I don't trust the auto-resolve. I will fight it if anybody dies. Wow, that was a lot more damage than I thought it would be. Honestly, if we had fought that, we would have taken like a third of that damage, but it's okay. We'll heal up. I just don't like to fight these pointless battles. Ooh, we did get another Arnzapal's Black Horror out of that. We should really put that on somebody. You can have no... wait, what? Casting item. There you go. There you go, you can have one of those. I will probably assign some more of these items that we can... oh, damn it, I should have gotten you Immortality. We'll get you both Immortality next time. Yeah, I'll assign those between the episodes because, once again, there's not that much time. Even though at this point it's probably a waste of time to bother with it. But whatever. We can't get this right now. Let us get the Forging Groves and everything else will be fine. You. The question is there anybody here? I would like to take the Tower of Lysander, but what if there's an army, like, right here ready to take Lothern back? I hope not. I mean, we do have a small garrison here. Maybe it can defend itself. I don't know. I guess we're gonna risk it. Well, let's risk it. Take a free city here in the tower. And, oh, what the hell? What happened here? You can have the Lichbone Pendant, and we'll give this to the legendary unit. Power them up even more. Take that, auto-resolve, easy.
No mercy.
There we go. Oh, we got a Warrior's Bane. Damn, yeah, there's a lot of decent items that we can assign now. So with this, I don't think you're going to go for Tor Ilir. I think you're just going to... We're going to use the Tower of Lysaean as a sort of buffer zone for any armies that come out of here while we take the Tower of Vol. Or the Vol's Anvil, rather. I think that'll work out. Alright, now you. Maybe we should just build defensive structures everywhere here. Oh, they have to be... What? These things have to be level 4? Really? Huh, interesting. Interesting. Well, that's kind of useless here, then. Nah, screw it. These garrisons will never be able to defend themselves. I don't know why I bother. I don't know why I bother. Let's just go for money. And you can go for... Amber Glade and then Sacrificial Grounds, I suppose. Construct, yeah, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's not like it really matters. Let's see, now we might... I'll probably assign these skill points between the episodes. Now, there has to be time here. We are very much running out of time in this episode, and unfortunately, due to all these cuts, I have no idea what the hell the length of this episode is at this point. So, yeah, there's that. There is that, and I don't know where that Dark Elf army went. It seems to have moved away or been destroyed. Maybe it was destroyed by these guys. I know I saw a Dark Elf army here, which is why we sent Durthu back. I'm not crazy. Alright, Durthu, you're gonna go right here then. You're gonna go right here. Hopefully the Dark Elf army is gone, and we will be able to attack Tordranil, and the Unicorn Gate right after it might be... We are in range of Tyrion attacking, but his army is pretty pathetic. I imagine that the other two armies that we saw here last time are moving back to deal with all of this, but territories are falling rather quickly to our forces, so I think we're pretty good. Yeah, you know what? Since before we can end the turn, a lot of administrative stuff has to be done, I think I will end this episode here. A little bit early, I'm sure, but it is what it is. Nobody wants to see me thinking about items and all that nonsense. So yeah, next time, when we reconvene, we will be attacking the rest of these territories. I imagine it'll take at least a couple more episodes before we can destroy the rest of these things. Hopefully... Durthu will even get a fight or two out of the Sword of Cain before he heads to the final battle. But other than that, there's really not much left. Oh, we do have to fight this, but I think I'll save that for next episode. I mean... you know what? No, you know what? Let's fight this right now. Let's fight this really, really quickly. I don't think this is going to be any kind of trouble, and I feel like there's time left in this episode, even though I could be wrong. Oh, wait, but I'd have to make a cut here because of the frickin' cinematic battles. Damn it. Alright. Alright, I'll do that. Alrighty, now I don't think this needs to be a cinematic battle now that I think about it, because it's just going to be way too easy. We could even auto-resolve it, but let's just fight this quickly, just to run out the clock of this episode, and then I'll do all the other stuff between, as usual. Once again, Orion starts on a hill against these beastmen. It seems like every single fight that Orion has had against them, he has started on a hill, to the great disadvantage of said beastmen. Alrighty, so similar setup as always. You guys can, I mean, our entire army can freaking, can Vanguard deploy, which is pretty damn disgusting. Where do we want to put you guys? I mean, I think the last time I put them in this little forest along the tree line right here, it honestly doesn't really. Just, let's put them here. We'll charge down if we need to. Not you. Not you guys. Let's put you guys here, right there. Group, let's say 3. Orion, you can be group 1. I mean, we could just set you up right there. You're already really... actually quite close in range. We could just back up a little bit. Probably better to back up a little bit just so that we can maximize our rate of fire. You don't want to be so far that your units aren't really firing, do you? Alright, let's put you guys right here or right here. Let's see how well they do about this. And you guys go here. I am a little bit cautious of our own units hitting each other because we have seen that happen in the past. So you guys, make you group 2. And let's make you... I don't know, group 4, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. You can stay out here in case they want to play. It seems that Orion is fairly fragile, so, yeah. Alright. On the other hand, I think Orion might not be able to hit anything from here. Oh well, whatever. Whatever, it's fine. This is gonna be so So easy that it won't matter whatsoever. You guys can move over here, fight anybody who needs to be fought. You guys can stay in guard mode, whereas you guys don't need to be. Oh, there we go. Ryan's actually getting a few shots, and nope, he appears to be shooting the hill there. Yeah, just shooting the hill. You just shoot the hill, Orion. Better than nothing, I suppose. I mean, it is literally nothing, but... And, ooh, okay, we have the Cygor chucking stones at our range, or our cav units. And you get, are you really all hitting the hill now? What the hell are you guys doing? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? This is the worst thing I've ever seen. That's pathetic. Wow, you guys need direct fire? Okay. I didn't realize you guys were this bad. Damn, that's distressingly bad. Okay, at least these guys are dropping, but damn. Do we really have to pray of anathema you? There. You guys, switch targets to this, please. I was just sad. I was just sad. See, now, once they focus fire, they can do it just fine. Let's see. Do we need to pray of anathema the rest of these units? I guess we do. Bizarre. Pop this right there. And there we go. I suppose Orion can also use his spells. Let's pop this right there. Let's pop the hounds right there. Alright, now the rest of these units probably won't get here in time. Let's pop these Hounds of Pestilence, stop them from coming here. And I'm just really curious to see if these guys can actually breach our line over here. Well, these guys probably won't. We can use the Dwellers Below, but we can't use our other spells. I really don't understand how this thing works. Use it. Oh, right, this thing has a 5-second cast time. I always forget that. It's probably not going to hit the Pestigores. Damn. Oh, well. You guys go around and... Oh, it actually did manage to hit them. Go around and kill this Cygor, please. There we go. Oh, you poor Pestigores. Why would you turn around? Your shields are not going to be much use for you there. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, wow, we're actually running out of ammo very, very quickly. You guys surround and kill that Cygor, please. How quickly can you do it? Fairly quickly. Damn, this thing's HP is dropping. One magic cast on this would probably be real bad for us, though. Down you go, Cygor, or at least soon. I guess you're routing, but you're not dying. These guys are going to try to support you, but it's probably not going to be that helpful from their direction. Aha, you have shattered now, so you won't be coming back. Alright, come on now. Finish this. Be quick about it. Honestly, I probably should have sent like 2 units to do this, because we can't actually surround this unit. Did those guys come back? I guess you guys can go kill that. There we go. Yeah, Ryan's army is just disgustingly overpowered. Let's see. You guys moving over here. Just close enough to attack those units. You guys can clean up the rest of this. Oh, although the Way Watchers are going to be firing on this. Oh, did that unit come back? Does not really matter. You guys finish all that. You guys finish all that. We will need to chase down this army after all. You guys need to stop firing at this before you kill our own units. Oh, man, okay. This is probably going to hurt us more than... Okay, no, it just, it missed. Wood Elves seem to miss a lot more than I would expect them to, don't they? Alright, let's see. You can pray of anathema these hands, I suppose. Man, these guys all seem to be going for our cav. What the hell? Just go up here. Go up here and die like the rest of your buddies. Yeah. What? You guys... Huh. Everybody's in range of the Hounds of Pestilence, but nobody's attacking them. Is it because of the hill? I take it it's because of the hill. That's weird. Because these guys do have arcing shots. Oh, yeah, okay. I probably positioned these guys badly. Yeah, the hill really helped out the enemy here, didn't they? Ouch. Sorry, Hounds. You're still all dead before you can breach our lines, but damn. Let's see. Alright, the enemy units are actually arriving here. I guess we could pray of anathema again, but the thing is, who? These guys probably not necessary. Let's go for a Curse of Anra here, right here. And let's pop this, buff everybody up. Might as well start using our spells. I didn't even bother using like half of them. Alright, you pop this right here, you pop that right here. One of you should still have Pray of Anathema left. There you go. And I suppose we could just get these guys to charge in. Even though they'll probably get damage doing it. You know what? Buff these guys up. There we go. Okay, these guys are all gonna die. Oh, I didn't even realize their lord was still alive. Let's see. You guys I was about to tell them to charge their lord, but now that I think about it, it'll probably hurt us more than it'll hurt them. And let me guess, half of you aren't firing? No, you're okay at firing from up here. Let's stop this unit so that it doesn't approach these guys. It looks like they're all going to route like this. I don't want you guys to get yourselves killed, so don't charge into the craziness. Let's pop this right there. And you guys go chase down their lord. Go right through this and chase down their lord. Maybe not into the dwellers below. I believe that can hurt allies, although I'm not 100% sure. Let's just not charge through it. There we go. Do what you can. A couple of you are going to charge through it anyway. Oh, you didn't die, though. Okay, so you're fine. You're fine. Let's have you guys go after this. Let's have you guys go after this. And the hill's going to prevent us from killing the rest of these, so let's just... There we go. And let's send one of you out here. Let's speed this up. Doesn't really need to be any longer. I suppose we're just going to auto-resolve the next part of this anyway, so it doesn't matter. And you're dead, and that should be just about it. Man, I really wanted to get Orion's army to fight on Ulthuan, because I was really curious to see how their army would stack up against us. Obviously, these Beastmen army spawns with no chevrons aren't going to be any kind of challenge, but an army does need to be here. An army needs to defend our territories from these beast spawns. Maybe when Isilal gets here, if all of Ulthuan isn't conquered by then, and that's a pretty big if. It's frankly a pretty big if. Alrighty, let's see. We lost 3 units. You guys should be embarrassed. And I believe that was all cab units. Yeah, 2 units out of this unit of Wild Riders and 1 unit out of the 2-pronged attack. Okay, let's kill these captives. Not like we need any of the cash. Then let's auto-resolve the rest of this battle.
Onward.
Hey, we got a Talisman of Protection. Even more items for me to assign between the episodes. Speaking of assigning between the episodes, that's what I'm going to begin right now, because I'm going to call this episode here. There's no more time remaining, I believe, and there's plenty of edits, so I think that's where we go. There's a lot of these damn points to assign, and some buildings to build, and some units to move, so as always, we'll skip that, and then next time we will return for more conquest of Ulthuan. I do imagine we will be fighting this army belonging to Alondrin somewhere here. He will probably move towards the White Tower of Hoeth, and we will have to decide whether we attack this. We might actually attack the Shrine of Asurian next. Oh, damn, you actually have a nice garrison. Might have to siege you. The thing is, this army is kind of hurt. Might need to heal it. It really depends on if this guy moves or not. If he doesn't move, we could also move around to, like, right here and then take Elisali for free next turn. And that would prevent these guys from spawning a new army at Elisali. It would be annoying if they spawn an army right here, because we do have territories to the north and south of it now. So it would essentially be like spawning an army behind our territory. And then, yeah, we'll move Daith out of here into Val's Anvil. I suppose we could move him to support... we could move him to support Straslath next time, but we'll find that out next time. And then also next time, hopefully we will finish off the Shrine of the Widowmaker. 6 turns. It really depends on how many of these cinematic battles or just general battles we have, because they do take most of the time in an episode. I would like to draw the Sword of Cain for Durthu, but we'll see. We'll see next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really, really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.